Welcome to the CASIC Builder overview video. CASIC Builder is a web-based software application to build questionnaires for studies of human behavior. It is being used in university research in study disciplines such as epidemiology, public health, and psychiatry. In clinics, it is being used for applications such as medication adherence and health surveys. CASIC Builder is a web application. It can also be installed on laptop or tablet computers running Microsoft operating systems. Current studies using CASIC Builder include several with mobile data collection computers on one continent that upload collected data to a server on another continent. However, the majority of studies using this software simply use browsers such as Internet Explorer, Firefox, or Safari to connect to a web server running CASIC Builder. A questionnaire may be implemented in multiple languages. One current study uses English, Spanish, Portuguese, and Thai. Soundtracks in each language may be added to create audio CASICs. A computer with a sound card and a microphone is required to create recordings. Let's look at a few questions. Images can be included with any question. There are a variety of page styles available, and these can be changed at any time. This first question is multiple choice. A mouse click or touch, if you are using a touchscreen computer, makes a selection. The question can be set to automatically advance upon making a selection, or wait until the Continue button is clicked or the Enter button is pressed. This question allows for numeric entry. The question style can be set to use either integers or decimal numbers. You may optionally add Don't Know or Refused buttons to the question. This question is the Select Many style. The subject can make as many choices as is necessary. Also, this style allows one or more choices to deselect other choices. The grid question style allows multiple questions on a single page. The choices are placed in columns with one question per row. This ends our very brief assessment. Studies can benefit from the software's automatic subject tracking. When a new assessment begins, a summary of the subject's history is reported. Subject identifying information is encrypted when stored in the database. This protects the privacy of human study subjects, an important consideration in today's research in healthcare. Collected data can be accessed directly from the database or use the software's built-in export capability to move the data to another application. Shown here is an example specification report, often called a codebook, which can be generated on demand. In this section, I will describe how CASIC Builder organizes data. For each study, there is one study record. Properties of the study are stored in this record. More than one study may be conducted at a time. System users must be given rights to access a study in order to work with that study's subjects and data. Let's turn to the software. We go to the home page. We see this database does not yet have a study record. I click on Studies and the New Study button. We can enter information for the new study. Once we click Save, it'll be saved in the database and will now have a study record. Return into the home page. There it is. But this study does not yet have subjects. We'll get to that shortly. A study has one or more assessments. CASIC Builder uses the term assessment to describe the set of questions delivered in one interview. There is no limit on the number of assessments that may be associated with a study. A 10-year study with biannual assessments would have at least 20 assessments. Each subject record is associated with one study and one study site. If the study has multiple sites, access to subject records can be limited by study site. Let's create a subject record for our study. That's all there is to it. Click on Subjects. Let's do it again. Specify the study site, the subject number is assigned, click Save, and there we have it. We can also create a batch of subjects at one time. Again, the study site, say how many records we want to create, and there we have it. Response data is associated with a particular assessment and study subject. Dates and times of responses are recorded automatically. This includes the elapsed time for each question as well as the assessment as a whole. Next, let's talk about assessments. We have often seen assessments that consist of hundreds of questions. An assessment is assembled from one or more instruments. Synonyms for instrument include questionnaire, module, form, or section. CASIC Builder uses the term instrument and questionnaire. To draw an analogy, if an assessment was a book, then an instrument would be a chapter. We have found that it is faster and easier to create and test short instruments than long ones. Finally, we examine instruments. Instruments contain questions that are web pages. Questions are created by filling out web page entry forms. CASIC Builder provides entry forms for a wide variety of question styles. Each question adds one or more data columns to a response table in the database. We suggest building and testing a questionnaire in one language, then adding additional text for other languages. Thank you for viewing this presentation.